Hello and welcome to a new series I'm going to call the 2022-1950 season. Basically what this series is we're going to take the 1950 calendar, put it into F1 22 and do a championship on it. Although there are some exceptions. Back in 1950 they used to do the Indy 500 on the calendar for some reason. So I'm going to replace that with COTA. And for round 4, I think it is. Yeah, basically, there was the Swiss Grand Prix. Now, there is no Swiss Grand Prix in real life, so that is getting replaced with the closest country geographically, which is the Austria that borders it. I know there's other countries that border it, but they already have the a race on this calendar. So yeah, if you don't know, it's going to be the British Grand Prix first, then round 2 is the Monaco Grand Prix, then round 3 is COTA, round 4 is Austria, round 5 is Belgium, round 6 is the French Grand Prix, and round 7 is the Italian Grand Prix round of the season. And we're going to be doing this as Carlos Sainz. Did I just say that? Carlos Sainz, not science. So basically we're going to do a 3-part qualifying Q1, Q2, Q3, and a 25% race. So let's get into our first race at the British Grand Prix. Well, we are here for, round 1 of this new season. I'm excited, so I reckon, because I've got a Ferrari. Well, I am going to be the strategist, so sure I can't be as bad as the Ferrari strategists. And we haven't made an executive decision to hire that guy who just came to the Japanese Grand Prix and held up a banner saying, "For I am strategist." Yes, we have done that as an executive decision. We finally Ferrari have done something correct. For once this season. It only took them firing Binotto to win some Gart and hiring Fred Vasseur. But yes, executive decisions. Anyway, we'll get to the end of our first quarter. It's a okay lap. Made a mistake or two. Could definitely improve on it going a little bit more there in sector 3. But, here coming through the final couple of corners. There wasn't last one, it's flat out and we cross the line and we go P1 for the time. By the end of the session ended up being a Ferrari 1-2 with the clear top. I actually didn't show, he got knocked out in Q1, so yeah, my apologies. Anyway, on to Q2 here, and again I felt like this lap was pretty decent. I don't think I made a mistake or anything in that. And here we are coming to the end, a bit clobber the curve there, quite a bit of it. It could have probably taken less, but anyway, running through the corner, and again this time it takes me first. At the end of the session, though, it's only P3 as the 2 Red Bulls jumped us. Knocked out in Q2 is Lance Stroll, Kevin Magnussen, Pierre Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo, and Yuki Tsunoda. Anyway, finally here in Q3, the British sunshine has come out, and very rare you see it being decent weather in Britain. Anyway, here, and I feel like this lap was a very good lap, so good. I didn't even go for a second one, I'll be totally honest. I was that confident and that happy with this lap. It put us P1 by 8 tenths of a second, so I didn't think we needed a second one. And we didn't, Verstappen could only get 5 tenths away from us. And yeah, so we are on pole for round 1 of this championship. Anyway, let's go to the Grand Prix.
Formula 1 Grand Prix. The 3.6-mile-long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and of Copse flat out. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Hamilton, Charles Leclerc and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Norris, and Valtteri Bottas. Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly and Magnussen. Stroll, Mick Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel and Alex Albon. Joe and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And a warm welcome, of course, to my co-commentator here today, someone of tremendous experience and insight. It's the man himself, Anthony Davidson. Now, I want to talk to you about Carlos Sainz.
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? A couple of favourites for the win then, but who comes out on top doesn't really matter as long as they give us an entertaining show en route to the checkered flag. And we want to see fair fighting, of course, out there on the track. Let's hope the stewards don't have to get involved too much today.
Well, we are here to, well, hopefully just get a good result. Hopefully we can hold on to the pole and turn that into a win. But we've got Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen behind us on the front row. Very tough. I mean, we've got all I want in this series is I mean, it'd be nice in the championship fight, but I don't mind if we don't. Let's just check the strategy. For some reason, again, recommend we go mediums hards, which no one was doing so because we called that rubbish. And I decided to do what we wanted to do because I'm the strategist here, not Mark. It's not Jeff anymore. Bring back Jeff Cody's on EA. Yeah, do that. Jeff was fun. We could all laugh at him. Anyway, now though, we are ready for the 5 red lights for the British Grand Prix round 1 of 7 in this championship. And it's lights out and away we go. Max Verstappen gets away. Well, alongside. He just into turn 1 though. We are leading the race. From Verstappen, Hamilton and Perez, but behind Hamilton and Verstappen. Having a battle here. Verstappen is just briefly down to 3rd, but then gets back up into 2nd. Good fight here. Can Hamilton though hang it round the outside? No, Verstappen stays ahead. Now Sergio Perez is going to try get up into P3, but so far it's Carlos Sainz, us, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez rounding out the top 4. But here's a battle for you. Charles Leclerc versus George Russell for P5 here. Now down the former pitch straight. Can they do anything? It looks like the battle's going to go into cops. And Mercedes didn't send into cops. This time it doesn't end with Leclerc going into the barriers at 51G. It's going to be 3 wide going into cops. Oh, not cops, maggots. Not Beckett's, because that's maggots. So the second part is Beckett's. History for you. Anyway, Verstappen now looks to be chasing us down. But now it's going to be Lewis Hamilton versus Sergio Perez. Perez wants to be on the podium. Now down the inside he goes and will get up into the podium position. Hamilton drops down to 4. On to lap 2 here. Verstappen is giving us close pressure and we're going to on board with him. He goes wide off the track and slows down. That loses him almost a good second and a lot of momentum. And that now will cost him 2nd place. Perez up to 2nd, but Red Bull are probably screaming him to get out of the way. But Max Verstappen does though reclaim his 2nd place. I'm sure Red Bull probably immediately tried to pull out the ones in. Yeah, so Max Verstappen does retain at P4. Perez still is third. Hamilton still in 4th. Now on to lap 4 here. Verstappen has been piling on the pressure. We got a little bit wide and that's all he needs to invite himself into the lead of this race. He's got DRS. In which can we hold on? We're somehow still doing that. Go over the curb. But because we went on the grass and came back on the track, we have got some underfloor damage, which is not what we need. That is not any good news. That is horrible news. Also, Nicholas Latifi's out of the race, if you're interested. Now on to lap 7. People have come in for their pit stops. We're trying the undercut on Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez. And yes, we haven't done it by much, but we've done it. But with our damage now, Verstappen is 2.6 seconds ahead, and we just run over a curb and given ourselves even more damage. which is not good because we've still got about 5 laps of this race to go and 3 very quick drivers on the edge of us. Now Lewis Hamilton here. He's going to try to go around the outside. He's been on the pressure just like Verstappen before he got past this. But unlike Verstappen, we're actually able to defend and hold on. Charles Leclerc now tries to go through. Hit through goes Charles Leclerc, getting past Hamilton and Perez. What a move from the Monegasque! And it's now a Ferrari 2-3. I tried to bring back the crafty magic from the 2021 British Grand Prix, not 2021, 2022 British Grand Prix. Anyway, now back to this one where Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc try to chase us down. There could be 3 wide. Perez doesn't go for it, but Leclerc, our Ferrari teammate, certainly does. We are able, I think, just to hang on, not by much. Are we ahead? Yes, we are now ahead. Then Perez, maybe he'll look for Leclerc. No, he won't. Now coming down onto lap 12, the penultimate lap here, Leclerc was going to try again. This time, he looks like he's got a better run, and he's right up our gearbox. But somehow, we are hanging on. Despite our car practically at this point being a cardboard cutout, we are somehow still second. Leclerc now then. Can he try and just try anything? He's so much quicker than us in the corners because of damage. Now we're going to try just defend. He's going to try and go round the outside. Can he do it? No, he just hang on. But it's not by much at this rate. And we just go wide. He knows he's got a good chance at this second place. Might not even finish on the podium because of Sergio Perez. He's there, he's second, he's not second, he's fourth, he's alive. And he can do something. Leclerc now has DRS, can we hold on? It looks like we can. There's not been much threat coming down the Wellington straight there. But no, Leclerc, could he go around the outside? No, he can't. He's already seen him on lap 1. May have a cops battle. Can we see him on the last lap of this Grand Prix have a cops battle? As much as it'd be good, I don't think we are going to see it. He might have a limp look, and he did have a look, but that was what it is. We go massively wide then. And now though, Max Verstappen will probably be coming out of the final couple of corners now. He has been comfortable ever since he got past us. And I think now he officially comes home to win the British Grand Prix. He takes first blood in this championship, but looks like we've fallen behind Perez and Leclerc. This is not what we want. We can't even get back down the inside in. We can't do it. No, we're going to have to make a latch-stitch dive bomb. We've hit Perez. We've damaged our front wing. Our rear wing doesn't open. We've damaged his front wing. But we're just somehow just going to hang on to the podium in P3.
Well, they've done a brilliant job, I must say, under some intense pressure to take a well-earned victory here at the British Grand Prix. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, what a race that was. It got really tense at the end. I had to put in the last up because, Jesus, the drama in that was superb. Anyway, again, Max Verstappen takes first blood. No, and that means with him and his win and Perez's fourth place, they puts them 5 points ahead in the championship. And overall, I'm quite excited. I mean, next up is the Monaco Grand Prix. Might not get as intense as racing there, but don't think you get any racing there. But you could get some DNFs and some crashes. That could be good. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I wouldn't mind if you liked it. I mean, you know, after all, I'm not telling you to. I couldn't care less, but if you did it, cheers. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.